You made the heavens, planted the earth, gave us stars for direction. But what was it worth if we don't have love? Oh, your perfect love. You filled the oceans, painted the sky, gave us each other. So tell me why, why we're lacking love. Oh, why we're lacking love. Oh, can't you see the darkness trying to divide? Yeah, you know it's up to us to keep shining bright and let our hearts stay lifted high. Oh, can't you see the darkness trying to divide? My Lord, you know it's up to us to keep shining bright and let our hearts stay lifted high. Oh, you can prophesy, speak in the tongues you made, but if you don't have compassion, how will they understand that we were made from love? Oh, we were made from love. Oh, yeah. Oh, can't you see the darkness trying to divide? My Lord, you know it's up to us to keep shining bright and let our hearts stay lifted high. Oh, can't you see the darkness trying to divide? Oh, you know it's up to us to keep shining bright and let our hearts stay lifted high. Time to spread more love. Oh, perfect love, supernatural love. Your love.
Good morning and welcome to Spirituality Gone Wild. Once again, that is true, Osborne. Supernatural love, supernatural love. It is definitely a time in history for us to remember to be in supernatural love. I am Debbie G, and it's time for a cup of grata. That's with a shot of expression and 2 squirts of reality. And I have an incredible co-squirt. She's back. Her name is MiraMichelle. We are going to be talking about sacred femininity, the sacred female, all those great stuff. Welcome, MiraMichelle. Welcome back to Spirituality Gone Wild.
Thank you, sister.
How did you like True?
He's amazing.
Right. I know. Right? That is
He's
Bill
just,
Ray Osborne's husband, and Bill Ray's on Women Rising with me. And I'm just really, I think that song speaks to the entire world right now about what the vibration that we need to be holding. And it's very simple. It's that of love. And you cannot be in hate if you are in love. So, how
that's
are
it,
you?
sister.
Oh, look at your shirt. Look at your shirt.
I just threw this on right before. I just spontaneously, intuitively. So look, we're so
You rock.
guided.
I love this. I love
I
this.
just found it in an old suitcase and washed it, and here it is. So it needed to show up for today. Thank
It
you,
did.
Mrs.
I
Love.
love that. It's absolutely wonderful. So, Mira Michelle is here all the way from Germany, you guys, and she's the founder of Sacred Female Rising Institute and the author of an upcoming book called Sacred-ize Your Life: The Ancient Art of Ceremony Meets the Contemporary Age. And your love for humanity and planet Earth have brought you to profound places of advocacy for female kind. And you feel that for humanity to truly establish peace, it is necessary to restore and bolster the innate worth and core values of the divine feminine. And in her quote, in its most basic form, the divine feminine is the life-giving force of creation, establishing a life between feminine and masculine values and perspectives holds a great power to reshape and heal our world. Woo, baby. Rock on. I am so grateful to have you here. So let's dive in.
Great.
What's going on in Germany today? What's going on in your world?
Germany. So I've been living in Germany for like 12 years now. I grew up in England and California, USA. So I'm half English, half American. And Germany is like in between two lockdowns at the moment. So we're in this COVID-19 protection
Mhm.
lockdown situation. And they have been sort of talking about they're going to do like I don't even know how to frame it. So I'm just going to try to frame it with my own words, like a grand lockdown. So now there's certain parts of Germany that are on like soft lockdowns, and
Mhm.
others that have had more COVID cases are on a little bit more stringent lockdowns. But now they're talking about doing like blanket hardcore lockdown.
It's tough. We've had some of that in California. Of course, I live in Huntington Beach, and since you're from California, you know,
Hmm.
and I know Huntington Beach is just not, they're not very compliant with the rules, as well as what I have to say. But what's interesting, we don't have a COVID outbreak right here, which is great. Not
Hmm.
right where I'm at, but I mean, there are a lot of cases in Orange County. So, but I just want
Okay,
to say, so this is a time for us to get very, very creative, isn't it?
very
Because
creative. I mean, also in
you
this area, there's
yeah,
not a lot of COVID. Actually, the area we live
right.
in is like since the whole 9 months, it's been the least amount of cases in this part of
Okay.
the state called Niedersachsen. However, they obviously feel the need to go a little bit further with that and being creative. We're first of all, we're so lucky to live in nature, and you in Huntington Beach probably have a lot of nature, and of course, as part of the name, you have the ocean by
Yes.
you. So that is a massive gift.
It is
We
a
have a forest
huge
right up
gift.
here. It's a huge
Mm.
gift.
So, what I'm hearing you say is that COVID's giving you this opportunity to appreciate the gift of nature.
Always, not only COVID.
Well,
COVID just helps me appreciate it more.
it just right, exactly,
Right.
exactly. So,
Mm,
okay, so you run a school, which is beautiful, and
mhm.
you teach the feminine, sacred femininity. Femininity. Pop, Jiminy crickets. Pop, pop. Okay, pop.
That's what I love about you, lady.
Well, y'all look.
Just
This
being
is.
who I am. I'm just being
I'm
who I
just.
am.
I'm so just being who I am. I could be walking down a store. I mean, seriously, I do sounds. Just I think I've done this since I was a little kid. I just get bored. Not bored. Not bored like I'm bored.
Not bored.
It's not bored. Though what's a wrong word? It's I entertained myself and it became a habit. And now I do it when I don't even need to
Oh,
do it. Does that make sense? Like right now I didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway. But I love that you love that because that's just me. And I love that. Spark that G vibe. That's your gratitude vibration. Hello,
I love that.
gratitude.
It's it's um it's part of actually like if we were going to jump into that, I would say that which you just reflected is what's that giving you? What does that give you?
It gives me expression. It's just
Yeah.
freedom. I just have
There
freedom
you
of
go.
expression.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
It
just
brings
freedom.
freedom. It brings the moment up of our mental emotional patterns. It does something unusual, it does something spontaneous in the moment that's laced with enthusiasm, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. And that
And
opens our world.
yeah. And what happened is that I went to an old programming to give an excuse why I was just being myself. Did you see that? Calling it bored when it's
Mm,
not bored. You
it's
see?
not
But
bored,
that
it's
was an
inspired.
instant
Mhm.
it was an instant reaction of mine to pull one of my, "Oh, it's but that's BS. It's just because it's me and that's who I am, right?" And I appreciate that you just
Exactly.
appreciate me, but I want to everyone to know that you see old programming, there's still little pieces there that are always filtering out, always coming in. Now that I'm
Yes.
aware of that, I'm now mindful. So, thank you. That was kind of
Thank you for
fun.
calling it out.
I love that. it's just great, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Isn't
All
it
right,
great?
so it is. It
So
is
yeah, so
wonderful.
if I was to go further with that in this
Yeah.
here and now with you, I would say that is one of the teachings of the divine feminine that we work with to there's so many teachings for being in the present moment, of course, but the divine feminine is also with the teachings that I work with and so many other amazing humans on the planet, female humans on the planet, um, is that creative expression that women have. They used to call us, they used to call it, and then maybe us, but we'll deal with the it first. Lunacy, a bit of the moon. She has a bit of the moon with her. She's got a bit of a lunacy, not
Mhm.
lunatic. This
Lunacy.
yeah, lunacy, and to have this vibration of landing in the moment with a mixture of play, a little bit of ridiculousness, and this allowing the body and the breath to move in us. This is deeply feminine.
Mhm.
Can you? I mean, to embody that, yeah, to allow that expression just to come through, and then when you're with another lunacy woman living with the moon, she's going to go with you. And then you're going to keep raising that vibration and raising that vibration until all around you is this sort of like lovely, like a mist or bubble of freedom, of breaking open something. And in that moment that you trust it, comes what I call the micro moment, which is when we get to observe ourselves with so much love, like what you said when we were starting off, all this love. And then in that liquid moment, we can say, wow, exactly what you did. I called it bored, but I'm not bored. That's an old pattern. I'm inspired. I feel good in my body. And that's
Freedom.
freedom. That's what we're here to do. We're here to break. We're always going to have old patterns to deal with, you know.
Always. Completely.
It's just deal with it, just say, okay, they're going to come and go, and the less and the more I get to allow myself, get to having a choice too, then when I have that choice, I open up. I open up this mainframe, so I call
Yes.
one of the mainframes. And then the freedom, as you have just said, starts
Mm, that's right.
coming in,
So
coming
let's
in.
talk about choices, because
Let's do it.
MiraMichelle, choices are huge.
Mhm.
In our life, in my life, choices I mean, it's everything. But what happens when I feel not when I'm not feeling empowered is I feel like I have no choices. I feel stuck. Has anybody ever felt so stuck, like you felt like you couldn't move? Have you ever laid on the bathroom floor crying, thinking that you have no way out? Well, there is a way out. And one of the things that we can talk, I'd love you to expand on choices, because right now, a lot of people are feeling that way, even if they're not literally on the bathroom floor crying and going, I don't know what to do. A lot of people are, I don't know what to do right now because of just what the world is facing. So let's talk about choices, because I want to tell you that you do have choices.
Mhm. Absolutely. How and when we have those moments of what I call them a compacted vibrational moment, and it doesn't allow us to move because we're feeling so much, and as we're feeling so much, we're also suppressing so much. So it's going like something's pushing up so we can feel the feeling, and something at the same time is pushing down that we don't feel the feeling. And then it feels like we have no choice. We get really tight inside. We get tight. Literally, this is a vibrational experience. So, the first thing that I suggest is that you feel the depth of where your stomach is and get your breath all the way down. This is like right in the moment. The first thing is to get your breath all the way down into the stomach, because a lot of times it's the stomach, the chest also, but really the stomach where we hold and then try to push down those feelings. What we want to do is feel them. I know that's difficult because a lot of times we feel like if I feel that, I'm going to explode. If I feel that, I'm going to be enraged. If I feel that, I'm going to be so sad I can't do anything. That's real. But starting with feeling is the way that it's going to open and give you that moment of creativity, or that moment of reflection, or that moment of forgiveness. It's going to lead you to the next moment, towards the solution, or towards a choice. Let's call it choice first, then solution. So if we all did that right now, and we just allowed it to come all the way down in the stomach slowly. Until it gets tight. And now hold it in the stomach and focus on it. Just however you're feeling, just do this with me for fun. And recognize. And it might be necessary to do this 4 or 5 times. Something's going to shift. Something's going to shift. And now, what did I say next? Feeling the feeling. Make space for yourself. If that is so strong, get yourself into a place where you can feel, you can be free to feel. Now, this actually is a practice, right? We're going to have to nudge ourselves and help ourselves to get into a room where we feel safe, turn on some music, and let that feeling flow. What we want to do is get back to a flow. We want to move with something, right? When we don't flow and our bodies are tight, our minds don't really think. The minds reflect that. There's studies on this. So, and so you want to come back into the flow. A lot of times we feel so much that the first chance we can recognize that we're feeling so much is when we come into interaction with another human or thing or situation. And then that sets a spark, bam, and then inside of us is like, so when that's coming, you either recognize that, you get yourself immediately out from other human beings or situations into your safe place, and then let it flow. Get your pillows, hit them, let it flow, and keep saying, I am here holding with you.
I am here.
I am here holding with you. Because there is always that presence, whether we can recognize it or not. I mean, we are the higher self, right? And so we've been sort of conditioned into believing that we are only this human, and that we don't have this higher source of inspiration, vibration, guidance, assistance, all of those things. But we absolutely do. There's no way that we cannot, right? Even if you want to call it the higher mind, whatever you want to call it, there's something.
That is beautiful.
And when you get into this, one last thing, when you get into that space, you give yourself permission to feel. And then, this is a really great idea, get one of these little tricky devices, put your clock on, and give yourself 10 to 12 minutes. Right? Yes. And after that, it's really helpful to get your little side clock, put it there, and you go, all right, my deal with myself right now is that 10 to 12 minutes. I have allowance. And when it clicks and says, okay, it's good, then you begin to rope it in. Begin to become the adult just for that moment. Now, it may be that part of your feeling wants to go on for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but I'm telling you, it's not going anywhere. It will come back, so you won't miss out on it.
You're not going to miss it. That's funny.
And rope it in, and then say, thank you for showing me my need. Thank you. And something will come of this. Definitely. Because number one, you have more information about yourself. Number two, you've held the space and given yourself permission to feel as deeply as you feel, which is really a major dysfunction in our society, is that we don't feel as deeply as we feel. Right? We can go into that later. And then you've empowered yourself to say, there's also an adult here that's going to guide and help me to reflect upon what my needs are. Boom, boom, boom. Write it
Wow.
down, write your little list, write the list, because I write my little lists, And then when I get there, my list is there. And I'm like, okay, I'm following that. I'm going to see how that works now for me. It seems rather basic, but it's very profound, actually. And vice
I,
versa.
I love this because, I mean, this is about choices. And right there, it is a choice to stop, to just stop.
Just
Yeah, just stop. It's beautiful. And really connect with yourself. That was a beautiful exercise. I mean, geez, wow, what a gift.
what a
What a
gift.
gift. What a gift you've given this morning.
Fíjate. I had to
Huge.
do it this morning. I did it myself this morning. When
Okay.
I got scared about something this morning, and I've actually been waiting for 1 month, a little bit more than 1 month. It's highly unusual to get my book from the printer,
Okay.
right? It's been actually since December the 3rd. And now I'm like at my wit's end. And now there's this looming major lockdown that would not allow anything to move. And I thought, if I don't get that book
Yeah.
before that lockdown,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do a backflip, and I've never tried one before, but I'm going to do one.
Well,
Let's go,
it
So-
might not get, I'm not thinking it's going to get that book there any faster, but hey, if it's fine,
well, at this point, I just need to deal with me,
right?
right?
Totally. Love
So I
that.
went outside on the porch, and there was all this snow around, and I'm like, okay, I'm shaking, and I'm like, I'm going with that shaking. I'm going with these mixed emotions. What did it feel like? It felt like fear. Maybe that's going to happen. It felt like helplessness because maybe I can't do anything about it. Yeah. And it felt then like sadness. And when I got to the sadness, this all happened in like 2, 3 minutes. I sat down and I cried. And when I allowed those tears and I allowed myself to feel the sadness, then I could feel those other parts. And then I could be the steward. Right. And then I felt this welling up in my chest when all these emotions were right there. And then I just sang. I just sang out to the nature, the song that just wanted to come in that moment. It wasn't just an expression, right? And then it filled
Yeah.
up my heart, and then I waited with that feeling, and it was still, of course, all these different emotions: fear, sadness, helplessness. But I felt my heart again, so that was beneficial. And then I could do a self inquiry, and my self inquiry was: is there anything? Is there any obstacle that you have within you that is not supporting that book to come? Whoa. Is there? Yeah.
That's
I
a
got
good
very,
one.
very, very deep with myself. And is there anything you can take responsibility, you can claim right now? And so I sat back down again, and I felt into it. I felt into it, and I said, let me feel. And this is an energy tool. I'm going to give you guys an energy tool right now. This is a great one. So I put my hands out, and I said, okay, feel the vibration of the book. I'm feeling it because it's out there right now. It wants to come to me.
Mhm.
And then I pulled it in, and I could feel it coming. I kept pulling, and then boom, it stopped right here. Like that far away from my chest, it stopped. And I went,
Mhm.
oh, is there something? Is there something? And then I introspected again. And then guess who I saw? My little bitty girl.
Okay.
And
Oh,
yeah.
and she
And
was
she was,
scared.
she was scared.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then I stood there like this for a minute, and I thought, and then I went, I got you. And she believed me. And I've done a lot of work with her, so she would believe me because we've been there and back, and around
Right.
again. And 3 hours later, 2.5, 3 hours later, I got a call and they said, your book's on the way. And I went, okay,
Uh-huh.
thank you. Thank you.
You got it. Wow, getting into alignment. That is energy work right
Mhm.
there. That was sweet.
That's what we
Aligning
do.
with the vibration of flow of what it is that you see. You know, you saw the book being in your hands and I could see it like you beautiful. Oh my God, I love that.
Mm,
So 3 hours
done.
later? 3
Yeah,
hours later.
3 hours later. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Are you
I feel like it's a whole realignment happening, and many of us have this right now.
Yeah.
Because of course, let's just go really broad. Let's just go like all the planets are step by step moving into Aquarius, right? So we're
Yes.
going from this very fixed state, right, into this mutable state, right? We've got a big one today, actually. We've got a big shift happening today. So no wonder
Yeah.
these things are coming up because the universe wants to know, do you really want it? What do you really want? Who do you really want to be? With what quality of energy and resonance? And don't just think about it, feel it, and answer the question. That was the guidance I got. I was like,
Okay. What do you really want out there?
yeah.
What do you really want?
Mhm.
Don't think about it. Just put it down. That's
Feel
funny
it,
because yeah, feel it. Okay.
feel it, really feel it. Make it true, really from your feeling. And write it down and get real with it. Because the whole world is changing and it's not going to be the same. It doesn't mean we have to take less. It doesn't mean we have to be less. I feel that it means we need to be more real with ourselves.
Mm. Be more real with her. That is actually the truest thing right there. Because if you're not straight up with yourself, well, actually, we know when we're not straight with ourselves. That's the funny part. It's like, and
That's
then
it.
it manifests as anger, judgment, criticism, blame, shame, and all of those things, and external distractions.
That's
When
it.
I'm not real with myself, and I always know, because you always do, because you can't bullshit yourself. I don't care. You could try. I know because I've done this. I tried really
Mm,
hard, Michelle.
mm.
Michelle, I tried to BS myself. It didn't work. Isn't that
It
a
all
isn't
comes
that
back
isn't that
around.
something? I tell you what, it
And
sure
we all do
does.
it. No one's
Yeah.
walking on water about that. We're all doing it on some level. It might not be that subject matter of your life, but
Mhm.
it's going to be something else in your life that's habitual or a pattern that's coming in. And we're here. We humans are here to have a look at those things. Because when we
That's
do, we
right.
have a more joyful, peace-filled, and radiant life and feeling in our life. We have more fun. We start
Absolutely.
whistling in the supermarket.
Which is, I mean, seriously, it is fun to go into a supermarket. If you intentionally walk into a store at any time today, intentionally walk in with the idea that you're going to raise the vibration by smiling. That's all you got to do. You just got to walk in and smile. You just got to smile at people intentionally.
Yeah, that's it.
And well, of course, with masks on, this is a challenge. So what you do is you use your eyes. You can
That's it.
smile with your eyes, okay? Because I practice this. It's
Okay,
been a
let's do it.
pickle.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, my glasses in my hand.
Here, just put the
So good, sister. This ladybug, I tell you. Okay. Now you can tell us, are we smiling with our eyes?
yes, no, yes, no. You see? You see? And eye contact, you see.
Eye contact,
Eye
yeah.
contact. That's another thing too, because you'll go through if you're walk through the store, walk through an aisle and don't make eye contact. Why? Why? Stop and make eye contact and
That's
smile. That
fun.
smile
That's
with your eyes.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's super important right now because with everything happening right now at this moment, connection.
Mm,
Communication is
mm.
vital. Connection, more
That's what she
so
said.
now than ever. We really don't know what's going on with another person. You just don't, you
Exactly.
know, and just don't think about what's going on with them. Just think about the moment you're in and what you can be. If you see somebody and they're kind of abrasive, take an extra minute. Seriously, that's the one that needs you to smile, even though they might
Mm,
growl back at you. Don't worry about it.
mm,
It's the flow of your energy. You see, we're all I believe, MiraMichelle, that we're all the 100th
mhm,
monkey.
mm,
I think we're all the 100th monkey. I
mhm,
do. The story of the when did social change happen on the island in Hiroshima with the monkeys? It happened. They guess at the 100th monkey
mhm.
because they all started washing their yams after a few years.
Right, right.
But but continents beyond their monkeys were doing the same thing.
Yes.
So if we all just pretend, okay, well, I'm the 100th monkey. That's
Like that.
me. That's me. So I'm gonna go to the store and
There she goes.
yep. I am gonna be the 100th monkey.
Yes,
I
we
am
all
gonna
have the potential to be that 100
and right.
monkey. Absolutely. I love that.
I will walk in there and I'm gonna be that I seek. Period.
Mm, mm.
Period.
That's
And
that's that's what it really is, my sister. That's
yeah,
what it really is. And the world and the state of the world is asking us now to get down and be serious
yeah.
with humor about that choice of resonance in the body at any given moment. So I could have taken the mood ahead this morning. I could have taken it with me for another hour or for half a day. But I'm like this. I'm determined, you know. And I said, this is where it stops, right here on the balcony. I'm not bringing this with me. I'm looking forward to a good mood and a nice drive to go and pick up my still not working computer. So I was looking forward to that drive and to listen to some music, go along by myself and have, because when we're on lockdown, we have our kids with us and all the families and we're all together. So I'm like, oh, 1 hour drive by myself. Yeah.
Oh, that's some exciting stuff right there. I tell
That's
you.
exciting, right?
Holy, oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had nearly a good time if I would have taken that with me, right? So that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
no,
to
you would
have
have it would have
beginning,
yeah.
middle, and end right there in that 5 minutes on my porch. That's
Choices.
it.
You did it. I
Choices.
love that. I
Choices.
love those choices. And yeah, actually there's another tool. How do you manage when you have a lot of stuff going on? I see Kimmy and Nina and Julie. Hi, you guys.
Mhm.
So
Hi,
if you have any
sisters.
questions, please put them forward. If you have
Put
anything
them out
going
there.
on, we'll unpack them with you. Um, but the choice is if you have a car or if you are on foot, doesn't matter. Do
Mhm,
something, but just go and be by yourself for a little while.
mhm.
That's kind of a really big teaching with COVID is learning
Yes.
to be alone with yourself. And if you're stuck, you feel stuck in a room, people go for a drive. That's a I go for a drive.
Mhm.
I don't my son's here, but even when he was gone for 2 weeks, I will go get in my car and go for a drive down the coast. Every
Mm,
single solitary day. I have to
mm,
go near the water. But
mhm,
I do this also to clear my mind, to use my voice and sing, to listen to my radio, sometimes to talk, so that I'm catching up with whatever's happening in the day with a couple of people I
mhm.
need to. But I definitely there's something about that. There's so many ways to still experience freedom when you feel like you're not free because
Right.
of what's happening in
Yes.
society. Well, I'm in lockdown and this thing and yeah, no,
Move,
no,
move.
move
Stay
it.
in the flow. Stay in the flow. So the car has a flow. It has a rhythm, it has vibration that moves us. And then
Yeah.
the music moves us and our bodies start going like this. And that all moves something. We need to keep moving.
Let's
So,
keep moving. I am going
mm,
to share something. We are going to have the most spectacular weekend. First, it's going to start off. It
yes.
starts off on Thursday with my birthday. I turn 53 on Thursday, everybody.
Woo,
But
sister.
dude, check out this birthday, this one. One,
Oh, I could write
two,
this down.
one, two, one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Wow,
1, 2,
you've
1,
got
2,
like,
1.
wow, this is a really special birthday this year. You've got like magic numbers.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Seriously, you guys, that's like, I mean,
Whoa.
I'm pretty excited too. And yes, I'm an Aquarius, so that's great.
This is your time, darling.
This is
This
our
is your
time.
time.
Oh, you better believe it. We've got some magic happening. And we are then heading into Friday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and we are going to have a pre-party with the G Fest on into Saturday and Sunday, where we will have 12 hours each day of the Goddess Fest. And I'm going to actually play something for you all really quickly. And
Let's
then,
do it.
MiraMichelle, if you want to tell them what you're teaching, and we'll let you all know how to get tickets. I think they're like 25 bucks. I mean, they're literally not much at all for the
They're
whole
so
weekend.
affordable. Mhm.
Yeah. So, and I see that Julie, or thank you, Julie. God bless you too. And Kimmy says she turned 53 January 10th. Well, happy
Ooh, that's
birthday,
another great number. Ooh, then she
January
had
10th.
1, 10, 21. Nice.
Beautiful.
Blessings, sister.
Okay, so here we go. All right, everybody.
She is boundless, limit to her loving, compassionate kindness, and she is courageous, taking the leap into the unknown, never ceasing to amaze us, feeling the moon phases, filling all the spaces with her light and her graces, her nurturing embraces, sweet honey from her chalice. She'll heal all your wounds inside her palace of love. She'll sit you down and show you what you're made of. God is divine. You are the glorious starshine from the beginning of time and beyond. I hear your song so strong in my heart with the
Ooh.
carry on in the clarity to see that I am that powerful goddess within me. She is boundless. She is boundless and She is boundless, no limit to her loving, compassionate.
Woo!
Yeah.
G-Fest. This is going to be so much fun. You guys will find
Yeah.
me behind the scenes, but we're going to see MiraMichelle right up in teaching classes and just participating. Tell us all about what you're going to be sharing and teaching, because I'm excited about this.
Good. I'm excited about it too. It is time. It is time that we recognize history on our her story on this planet. It is time that we remember the goddess is not only a myth, of course. She is an actual being, an actual resonance that lives within all things and all people. And so when her guides began, I began my sacred journey. What came very powerfully and strongly to me was the medicine woman power. So she informed me in my dreams, she informed me in my meditations and ceremonies, and also anthropologically and psychologically. And so I'm doing a workshop that sort of wraps that around an hour and 15 minutes and empowers women, first with recognizing what that is. So the first spiritual being is essentially on our planet, anthropologically, was the medicine woman. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And then we're going to weave that in. We're going to have a few exercises also. Because if any woman wants to step on her spiritual path, she's going to need to visit that medicine power. If you go back in your ancestor line far enough, you're going to find her. One of your ancestors was a medicine woman. It's as back as far as when we were gatherers for the last 100,000 years. The gatherers became the medicine women, of course. And so holding that primal energy of empowerment, it gives birth to all the other disciplines of spirituality in a woman's existence. And they're all tied. They all tie back to her, right? And so when we merge that into entrepreneurship or into living and radiating that as a source giving entity, right? Source vibration and source in life, source and resource. That there are some, let's say, helping tips, let us say energetic rules, nature giving rules that will allow you to maintain that resonance. That's her directions, right? So we will be having a few tips and tools with that and radiating and living your energy that pulls your, let's say, in your resonance integrity for your spirit work on this planet as a woman to you. That's the relationship, right? So we'll be diving a little bit into that also. And I wrote something here, and I would love to share it with you to end. The medicine woman has always been there to guide and nourish and support her community. In this time that we now live, Mother Earth is calling forward for women to rise in their medicine.
Wow.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that. But to bring us back up.
Mm.
That was absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. You're also going to be part of something that I think is extraordinary. It's called the
That was my
BIPOC
next,
panel.
yeah,
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 the BIPOC
please.
panel.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
BIPOC panels. Wow.
Oh, this is something. And do you know we have Pat McCabe. I
Pat
hope I said
McCabe.
McCabe.
Oh, Pat's coming in.
Yes, Pat's coming in.
Cool.
And I
Yes, I
talked
know
to her
Pat.
yesterday. I
Nice.
don't, and I look forward to getting to know her, but she's going to actually start the day as the keynote leading directly
Mhm.
into the BIPOC. And this just happened
Yes.
yesterday. How do you love that?
Awesome.
It's perfect, right?
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
let's
it
tell
really
everybody
is.
what is a BIPOC panel and what can you expect? Because this is an extraordinary event in mankind, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. It seems to be in a resonant way really building itself, and there's a lot of attraction for this. So we have now 5 women that basically are experts in their field with living also on the planet as a person or a female of color. And there will be certain introspective questions given to the group, to the panel, and also at the end, our dear guests, our sisters, our fellow sisters, or watchers can ask questions too. So, and then we go into this sort of deeper inquiry to come to the resonant truth. And, we can all feel truth when it appears. And that is, if we feel together, if we share truth together, then we can heal and open up and become empowered together. And that is basically the point of a panel of women of color, Black, Indigenous, Brown women, to share their experiences and the wisdom that has come through their experiences in this society, mainly the American society, but also, I'm sure I'm going to bring in some experiences from living in a European, primarily, Anglo-Saxon, white, or Caucasian environment, and myself as a woman of color into the panel. But primarily, we'll be looking at how we heal in times that are challenging us to grow, in times that are almost breaking our hearts. How do we do that? And how do we do that together? And how do we support each other to really speak our truth, even if our truth is unpopular? Right? How do we still stay in relationship with things that are taught and things and topics that are difficult? Yeah. So this is, can you feel that resonance, the power of that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Saf Buxy here says absolutely beautiful. Saf is in the UK, and he is one of our top hosts here on Spirituality Gone Wild. In fact, he'll be on at 10 o'clock today with TJ Woodward. Yes, Saf.
Nice.
It's powerful as can be, and I'm grateful because I get to be behind the scenes running tech for this. So
We're
I
so
get
happy you're there, sister.
I'm so grateful I'm there too, but I get to I'm just feeling so blessed that I get to experience all of this. This is beautiful. It is literally a blessing to me to be able to help get this word out. This is
Yeah.
beautiful. This is so big, you guys. This is so big. And you can see the
Yes,
BIPAC
it is
panel.
big.
You'll see it live
Hmm.
on Spirituality Gone Wild. You'll see the BIPAC panel live on Unify, and you'll see the BIPAC panel live on the GFest collective page. So, and you'll also see it live if you are behind the scenes and you get your ticket to the GFest.
Yes,
Sorry,
grab it.
Saf. Sorry, Saf. It's women only. But you can't. But guys, don't no, never fear. Never fear.
So sweet.
You know, you can watch it online. You can
I love
watch
you.
it. Well, it's all online, but
It's all online. And
it's
watch it
but
on the thing
but
is, here's what I want to shout out to. When we simply join the resonance of truth in
yeah,
any given moment, this is our sacred earth and
yeah.
universe. Such vast intelligence, it's mind-boggling. We cannot even conceive of the intelligence
No.
of which we are a part and which we are. And I'm so jazzed about this to be in a collective space where our aim and our goal is to speak deep truth that is resonant, real truth, not blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much, ma'am. I wanted to say something else, but then did you see me? I just
I
switched
did.
like, get neutral, get neutral. Get neutral. Okay. And whether we join by viewing on Facebook, we are a resonant witness.
Yes.
So step up to that role. Step up to being the resonant witness. Raise your
Hallelujah.
vibration to that place.
Yes.
Because that's going. Then that's
Yeah.
off. This is what Debbie was saying earlier. And if you're behind, step up to be the resonant witness. Step to be the vessel, the vassal of holding truth. If you're watching from over there, the same. And if you make the commitment to pay $25 or $48 to join us, then we are sending a wave around this planet.
That's right.
And that's what I care about most. I'm showing up. It's not like I'm showing up to become a lot of money or to do this or do that. No, that's old school. This is where we're going. This is where we're on the way to. And I really do feel that in truth. And that's why I have decided, yes, I'll stay up to 12 in the morning because I'm on CET time. Of course I will. This is how we build the new earth. This is how we build the new earth. And it's time we spoke like that and felt like that, because this earth and its intelligence, this planet is pushing us. Microbes right now, intelligent microbes are pushing us to wake up. So we're either going to take the baton and say, yeah, I'm going to, as much as I can, that's possible. That's what I'm going to focus on. That choice, like Debbie was saying earlier, that we were both speaking about. That choice. That's the choice I'm moving towards. That's the choice I want to make. And let's go. For our children and our grandchildren. That's what I'm about.
That is what you're about. And you rock. I love you. Woo! Y'all
Woo.
feel that vibration just go, showa! Here, tell Safi, I see you. Of course, Saf. Absolutely. Saf wants you on his show. We'll definitely set you up with that one. That's
Love
for
to be
darn sure. Oh,
Love
Saf
that name, first of all.
Saf is a hoot. He is wonderful. He is wonderful. I was just
Cool.
mimicking his voices a little bit just to see if he would catch that just
Does
cuz.
he do voices too?
Well, he's just great. He does his Al Pacino voice, which is really great.
Ooh,
So we
nice.
just love his Al Pacino voice. Okay, so we're going to flip back
Good.
to you for a minute. And we've been talking about the G Fest. You guys go get your tickets. Lay days. Join
Get your
us.
tickets, darling.
Come on now. Come on now.
Show up there. Show up with your
Please.
power and your presence, and let's raise this vibration together. We need all the waves we can get right now. People are in fear and desperation out there.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know, and this is what starts to raise the vibration. You know, if you can't conceive it, then start reading some physics. Read a great book called The Holographic Universe. It's been out since 1976. It's a brilliant it's a brilliant book
Oh,
by
I
Michael
haven't heard of
Talbot.
the holographic
Holographic
universe.
Holographic Universe. There's a
Okay.
new one called The Cosmic Hologram. I'm reading by Jude Caravan right now. A woman. She went to Oxford. I met her on my journey with Unity Earth and all those wonderful fellow humans.
Yeah.
And I just got her book, and I mean, I'm just like, wow, this is brilliant. So we have science that says very clearly, yeah. So connect those dots and keep connecting those dots. And if I say wave out here, you're going to get it on the other side of the planet.
Woo! Be the 100th
Woo.
monkey. Okay. Be a
And we can
monkey.
have fun while we're doing it. We can
Oh,
have
dear God,
fun.
please. Because if we can't have
Yes.
fun, I'm just not about it. I'm just not. I'm gonna be 53 and I'm like deciding I'm not about that. It's not fun. I'm not gonna do it. I don't like
Yes.
to I think I'm at
Bring the
that
fun in.
I'm like, yeah, I'm about that.
Bring it in. We can
what
be
I'm
serious. We
about.
can be deep. We can be knowledgeable. We can be intellectual. We've done our
Right.
university studies. We've gone through all this, and now it's like, you know, have all that there, and have fun also.
That's right.
Did you see my monkey face?
Oh, that was a good monkey face. I like that monkey face.
Everyone, do your monkey face right now.
Okay. and she's giving the advantage of using her voice, which is always a healing tool. That was just a little tidbit.
That's
just so you know.
it.
I know,
That
right?
felt really great.
Mhm.
That felt
You-
really
you see-
wonderful.
You're toned, but that's something that you can learn at the G Fest because there's people who are doing voice activation. So better find out.
So many amazing humans that
They really
gather this
they really
from
are.
that have spent years and years perfecting, and not being perfect, but perfecting is two different things. This resonance in their body to come onto your screen in your own living room and deliver that to you with their love and the best for them,
So great.
for everyone. You know, I would love to see all these people in the government buildings going,
Yeah, exactly. I would too. I would. That's
Get
just-
real, getting more real, and getting out of those boxes in our heads and hearts, yeah, and getting down to earth and real. That's what planet
Absolutely.
Earth. That's what a regular citizen wants to see.
That's right. Absolutely.
Is it?
It is what the regular what they want.
But
Yes,
a
it is.
regular human, us regular human beings that walk this earth with our integrity and our love, right?
We
We
want to see
to be
happiness.
real with to be real with each other and share. And you have that on the ground, you know, like you were saying, as you're walking through the supermarket, you know, as I was in the supermarket today, I have my mask on, and then when I wear my mask, it fogs up my glasses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that experience? And then your
Yes.
glasses are just like,
It's horrible. Yeah, right. Totally.
and so then I kept doing it on purpose. My son was standing there. He's 15 and he's about that tall now. And I go, and he's, Mom, stop it. But I kept doing it because it made me giggle. And he was giggling too. He's like, stop it. Would you be normal now? I'm like, no.
Oh,
And I get
I absolutely love that. My son used to tell me to grow up. My kids are okay,
that's so
Mary
good.
Michelle, dude, my kids are 29 and 32.
Oh,
And
bless.
okay, so I don't know, it must have been like 4 years, 3 or 4 years ago, and I was practicing compassionate communication. Plus, I got into this space of practicing releasing myself from attachments to outcomes, which was
Wow,
really
cool.
tough. And I
It's
had
it's
to just, so
challenging.
I practiced going with the flow. Well, going with the flow sometimes looks like I don't give a crud, right? It looks like I don't care, but that's not true. It's not that I don't care. I just really don't give a shit. It's not like, it's like, but mom, why aren't you tripping
Right.
out? I'm like, what's up? You don't, you need to grow up because you should be. And I'm like, uh-huh. Tell me about that, child. So
Child. Sweet child of mine.
please, yeah, like
Oh, that's funny. I
seriously.
love that.
And
We have all had these moments similar to that. That's
tell
where
me
we
to
can
grow up.
laugh in
Yeah,
that moment,
seriously.
right?
Yeah, when you get old enough to realize that you really don't care about minute stuff anymore. The things that used to trip me out, that I used to get all
Mhm.
stressy over, just don't matter anymore,
That's it.
truly. And yeah, it is when you start shifting your behavior because your choices become one that I'm choosing, I'm not going to trip out over something small
Mhm.
anymore because I love my energy to be where what it is. People might respond funky. This
At
is
first,
learned
yeah.
at first. Now, no, it's all good. But at first, this is where you get into the four agreements. Be in
Nice.
integrity, practice. Yeah, it's that it's not personal. It's not personal.
It's
It's
not
not
personal.
personal.
No.
It's
And if
never
and it,
personal.
even if it is, it's probably their problem, not yours.
Yeah, right? It always is because they're the ones reacting. I'm like, I don't
Right.
tell you. I don't
So,
you should care. Grow up. No, I'm not. Sorry. No, not
and you know what?
sorry.
That yes. And this part I'm feeling into it right now is that as you said, when we get older, we just want more of our own vibration in our
Yeah.
bodies, to
Mhm.
feel that and flow with that and not go to the outside for other person validation or whatsoever. But we also get this other piece, or not, and we also get this other piece, and that is forget about having control.
Total.
It's not working. We can set it up, we can move towards it, we can put our energy there and our focus there. And if it's not coming, then take a deep breath and flow some more. Because that control thing is sending a lot of people over the edge, like, wake up. We don't actually really have control, but we can do things towards this co-creation. Yeah. But get that control thing, get it.
Oh, that's good.
It'll mess you up.
Oh, that's good. It's so
Mm,
huge.
it's huge.
Oh, it's so big. That I think I can control something is just you can control your choices. You
Yes,
can control your mind. You can, that is something you do have control over. You have control over what you're thinking. You have control over what you're feeling. And
that's it.
those choices, but what's happening outwardly? No. So if we all just focus on
Don't
our
do
own
it.
vibration,
Yeah.
and we focus on our own choices and our own stuff, and that's and just be that
And
you
our
want to
own.
see. Love,
How
love,
much am I loving today? How much have I
huge.
loved? How much have I been in the vibration of love today? Take stock in the afternoon, towards the early evening. Ooh,
That's right.
okay. I'd love to experience some more of that vibration in my body. How can I go towards it? What step can I take? What do I need to be able to go into that vibration right now? And when we start asking these questions, then it will start arriving more and more into our everyday existence.
That is beautiful. So leave a heart print on the planet. Would y'all, everybody? Leave a heart
Leave a
print.
heart print.
Leave
Ooh,
a
I
heart
like that.
print.
Leave a
And
heart
go
print
leave
on
a
the
heart
planet.
print. Go to MiraMichelle.com to learn more about MiraMichelle and to work with you as well. People can work with you. Look
You
at you.
can, yes, yes, they
She's got a
can.
she's got a groove on. And I love that. And we're going to get our groove on all day. You guys are going to groove into this Tuesday. It's a 2 for Tuesday. And what that means is that you get South Bucksy. Well, right after me, you get Scott Stanfield, who is actually probably live right now. And then you get South Bucksy right after that with TJ Woodward. So please check that out. And
That sounds fun.
oh, it's going to be a blast. And we're going to see you guys at the G Fest, you ladies. We'll see you at the gfest.life again. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets right here.
And you can also check sacredfemalerising.com. Sacred Female Rising is the internet of the institute, of the network. And that's actually has more updates than the MiraMichelle site at the moment, because my lovely computer decides not to work for almost a week now. So MiraMichelle does not have the updates, but sacredfemalerising.com. There you go.
Beautiful. Okay, so you guys can go here. You can work with MiraMichelle, and just please go and explore what's possible for yourself and step into a limitless life. So remember, who are you grateful for? Go throughout your day to day. Who are you grateful for? It's a challenge. I dare ya. Go for it. Let me know if
Oh
that
yeah, I'll have fun with that.
seriously. Oh, it'll shift. It just shifts everything just into this incredible experience that you actually enjoy having, you know?
Yes.
And it also helps you to filter through the ones you're not so much enjoying, but it helps you to learn to enjoy
It's
them.
medicine for that. Absolutely. It's absolutely
Totally.
medicine.
All right, darling. Well, you have a fabulous rest of your evening and spark the G vibe, everybody. That's your gratitude vibration. And we'll see you at the G
See
Fest.
you at the G